Hi, everybody. It's Mrs. Folan, and I am here today to kind of give you a companion to our in-class discussion about your new Chromebooks. So this is going to go into our LMC Library Media Center files so that you have a place to refer back to some of the critical things you'll need to know about using the new Chromebooks, the 500 series that you were issued during orientation. So I am showing you my screen with the overview so that you can refresh your memory about these details. And here we go. So welcome, welcome, welcome to Seneca Valley. We are thrilled to have you and to welcome you. I believe you all are the class of 2030. So that is truly, no, 2029. That's right. Very exciting idea to have you all here. Um, at your orientation, you were given one of the new 500 series Chromebooks. So they are similar in some ways to the 300s that many of that you have used throughout middle school and perhaps elementary school as well. But they are faster. And they do have a few differences, some of which we're going to be talking about, and I'll be showing you about how you can customize this machine for your own learning. Um, you see it comes in this little case, and we recommend that you keep it in that case. It is there to protect the device, and that is important because you're going to have this, if all goes well, you're going to have this device until you graduate, or if you should leave SVHS, transfer to another school, move away, you will have to give it back to us then. But for as long as you're a Seneca Valley student, this will be your Chromebook. Now, you're going to be responsible for it for the next 4 years. And if for some reason it is damaged beyond repair, that could cost you or your family up to $400. So again, leave it in the case that it helps to protect it. But if for some reason something does happen to it, you need to bring it to us. Don't try to hide it. Don't try to, keep it working on your own. Bring it to us because something that's a small repair can get worse if it's not addressed quickly. And it's in your interest for us to try to fix it early on. So what happens is if, it got wet, if you drop it, it stops working, if you lose it, come to see us in the Library Media Center. We will give you another device. It will be assessed to determine if it's something that can be repaired. We'll find out how much. If there's some reason that your family has a hardship or whatever, that all can get dealt with before you're a graduating senior, and it really, really matters. If it goes in for repair, we give you another one, and that one becomes your Chromebook that you are responsible for. You don't get the one you turned in back necessarily. So it's kind of a swap situation, and we do want you to swap Chromebooks because you need this device to continue your learning. So please bring it to us if it becomes damaged, even if you have an alternate device, a backup device that you can use, maybe your personal device from home. You do have, there are some things that you will still need a Chromebook for, so we want you to keep one available for your use. All right, so in the rest of this video, you're going to be learning how to customize your Chromebook and how to fix common Chromebook problems. Every now and then they stop working, and there's a few things that you can do that will make the difference in terms of keeping it working for you. All right, so I keep using the word customizing. What do I mean by that? Well, usually that means two things. It means changing the appearance. What does your screen look like when you open it up and you go to do your assignments in it? And accessibility. And that's things like language. It's like having your screen read to you, but it's also some of the appearance things, like whether the screen is light or dark, or text size, or the size of your cursor, and things like that, all of which we're going to talk about now. All right, so changing the appearance and accessing the accessibility features is really pretty simple. If you take your Chromebook out now and you open it up, you don't even have to sign in to begin the process of changing the appearance of what your screen looks like. If you'll notice on the image that's here in front of you in this video, in pink, you'll see the time that I took the picture, 12:05 US, and you see the strength of my internet connection there, and then you see that the battery is low, but you see the battery image there. If you were to tap on that little pink time, and right now you can do that as you've opened your Chromebooks, it will open up this window that pops up. And it shows you again the connection, the Bluetooth, and then what we want is that accessibility character, the little figure with its arms stretched wide. It says accessibility. And if you tap on that, you're going to get a menu of options. And one of them will be color inversion. My finger is pointing to it there, but you can scroll down now and you'll see it in your window, color inversion. Color inversion is what changes it from a white background to a black background or a dark mode background, which I know a lot of students prefer. So if you would like to have your color inverted, or if yours is set dark and you want it light, you're going to be sliding that little slide tab over to indicate whichever direction you want it to go. So color inversion is one of the first appearance changes that many students choose to make. But if you were to continue to slide your finger, scroll through the accessibility tabs, you will also see options to change text size, to change text color, and to change the size of your cursor. So you can opt in and out of various different ways of allowing your Chromebook to change images for you to make it easier for you to see, read, or even just for preference. So that is probably the main thing that you would need to know for accessibility here, although there are a few other options that you can consider here. Now, Chromebooks have always had, or have mostly had in the last several years anyway, the option for a screen reading option. Now it's called Vox Chrome. Vox Chrome might have been the very first tab or option that you saw when you clicked on accessibility. Vox Chrome reads literally everything that your cursor lands on. So, I'm doing a share screen here now, and you might be able to see my cursor when I do that. And it would read down arrow, it would read page 9/22. It will read anything that your Chromebook cursor lands on. And for some people, that's really helpful. It may be overkill for some, but for some people, particularly those with any visual acuity issues, that's really, really helpful. If you would like to turn that on, or if you would like to at least have the option of your screen being read to you in certain apps, you might want to ask us for some free headphones that we have here and available in the LMC. In fact, any student is eligible to receive them. So if you just want a pair of headphones, they are available to you here in the LMC. Now, to be fair, they're not the cool ones, the Bose ones, the neat ones that a lot of you like to wear to listen to your music. They're just a pair of basic headphones. But if you're going to use Vox Chrome, you definitely need a pair. And the reason for that is even on low volume, in order for it to be value of you, you have to be able to hear it. And it can be distracting to other learners to be listening to the screen reading. So this is how you can make the option available for your learning without distracting your fellow students. All right, so for the next thing, you may want to go ahead and log in before we get to the next part. Your student ID, MCPS, your student ID number at mcpsmd.net is the way that you log in, but all of you would have a new password that was given to you at orientation. You get a new password every year. It can be set by the county, or you can change it yourself through Student Password Manager. Now, this link is live, so you can click on it and it will take you to Student Password Manager. But if you don't want to do that, or if you forget to do that, or it's too much trouble to come back to this page, go to the Montgomery County Public Schools main website, type in Student Password, and it will take you to the Student Password Manager site, and you can change your password at any time. If you've had your device for a day or two and you've been using that new password and you want to change it now, you can. Usually you need a day or so of using the one assigned by the county before you can change it. So it may not work if you just got the password today, but it is an option for you to change it to something that you may be able to remember more easily. By going in and signing into your Chromebook, you can change the language that it speaks to you in, or the default language that you read data or you read information in. There is a video that quickly explains how to do that. I'm not going to play it for you right now. That is available to you. If you just click on the YouTube link right here, it will take you there. And you may want to do that in the time that I'm allotting right now, because all of you may have some little things that you prefer about your screens, and I want to give you a chance to explore them. So you may want to change the language now. You may want to change your settings. You may want to look at all of the things about light mode, dark mode, text size, color, all of the background options that you might have. This is your moment to customize your device. Don't worry, I'll wait. So go ahead and take a quick exploration of your Chromebook Series 500, noticing what's different and what's not. And I will give us a little bit of time to do that. All righty, we've had a few seconds to play with that. I hope you at least were able to change some of the major things, like maybe light mode, dark mode, to get yourself ready for learning. We're going to move on and talk about troubleshooting. All right, so what do I mean by troubleshooting? I mean, well, every now and then your Chromebook might stop working in one way or the other. You may not be able to get something to load. The screen might be doing some weird things. You might not be able to access some assignments a teacher would like for you to be working on. These are actually very common problems that we see all the time here in the LMC, and students bringing in their devices. So it makes sense for me to let you know what those are and to basically give you some of the first things that we would do so that you can try them on your own and save yourself the trouble of trying to ask your teacher for help. Most of the time, they're not going to know. They're going to send you to us, then you're going to miss class time. So if it's not connecting to the internet, if it's slow, if you can't get pages to load, if it doesn't want to hold a charge, if it's glitching and flashing, the screen is glitching and flashing, those are all really common problems that we have a handful of solutions that usually work to correct them. And those are closing apps and windows, restarting, clearing browsing data, and trying a hard reset. All right, so closing apps and windows, that should be pretty straightforward, pretty obvious to most of you. What that involves is that you are going to shut down tabs, or you're going to shut down, if you have multiple iterations of your Chrome windows open, you're going to shut some of those down. I have seen students come to the LMC with their Chromebooks that have so many tabs open that you can barely see how many tabs they have open, and they wonder why the device isn't working. Well, it's just got too much going on all at the same time. So the first thing you might want to do is just close things that you aren't actively looking at right now or you aren't actively using. That could make all of the difference. All right, so if you did that and that did not help you access the assignment that you were trying to get to, then what I would suggest is a restart. Now, obviously, that's as simple as it sounds, but you do want to follow these steps. You want to turn the power button off. You want to close the laptop, close the cover, shut it all the way down, and then count to a slow 10. That's giving your device time to completely power off And then when you open the cover and restart it, it's had the opportunity to rest, so to speak. So in order to do a restart, you really need to give it that close cover 10-second count to make sure that the device has completely shut off before restarting it. The quick power button on off is not going to be sufficient. Okay, so make sure that you do that. And usually that can get you restarted pretty quickly. Another option might be that you need to clear the browsing data. Now, browsing data is as you're working through your Chromebook over the months or the weeks, you're picking up little bits of information everywhere you go, and your Chromebook saves everywhere that you visit. And if enough of that information gets saved, it will slow down your device, and sometimes it will make it stop working altogether. So if that is the case for you, then what we need to do is clear that data. So I have a quick little video here I'm going to show you.
Hello everyone, how are you doing? This is MD Tech here with another quick tutorial. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to clear browsing data in the Google Chrome web browser. So this should hopefully be a pretty straightforward process here, guys. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So all you have to do is select the three-dotted icon up the top right corner of the browser window to open up the menu and select Settings. On the left side, you want to select where it says Privacy and Security. And then on the right side, underneath Privacy and Security, select the Clear Browsing Data option. So if you want to select the time range in here, you click the drop-down, you can select anything between all time, the last month, 7 days, 24 hours, or the last hour. And this can clear browsing history, which includes history in the search box, cookies and other site data, which will sign you out of those websites, as well as cached images and files. So you can just have all those selected, or you can also select the advanced option here to select even more options such as password and other sign-in data, autofill form data, site settings, as well as hosted app data. So just once you made your selections, go ahead and select clear data and give that a moment. And you may want to relaunch the Chrome web browser. I don't believe it's necessary, but if you did and just close out of here and you relaunch the Chrome web browser, that should be all you have to do. Pretty straightforward process, guys. Do hope I was able to help you out.
All righty, everybody. That's fairly straightforward, you guys. But if you should forget any of this information that I'm giving you, this little video that we're doing will be available on the LMC webpage. So you can go back to it, you can review it really quickly. And certainly if you can just remember clear data, clear browsing data, you can Google it and you can get a quick video yourself anytime. But that will be a very easy and important way to make sure that your Chromebook works well for you. All right, so let me go back to sharing my screen. All right, so the final technique that I want to share with you that I believe works well in terms of helping to make sure that your Chromebook stays working and that you're not having trouble accessing the learning resources that you need is called a hard reset. All right, so I have a picture here that kind of illustrates it, but I also have my Chromebook. So I'm going to try to show you, as well as leave this little slide here for your future reference, how to do this. So we'll stop sharing that and I'll share it here on this Series 500. I've got my case, but I'm taking it out just to make it easier for you to see what I'm doing. All right, so the power button right there on the side. And then the other key that you're going to need is up here on the top row, this little half circle arrow. That is the refresh button. You want to press those two simultaneously. I'm going to do it right now so you can see what happens. All right, so I've got my finger on the power button, I've got my finger on the refresh button, and I'm holding them together. You saw the screen went dark. The screen goes dark, and I keep holding, and then the screen comes back up. Then I can let it go. That is a reset for your Chromebook. So it's a bit more extreme than a simple restart. It's going to wipe everything. Now, all of your data is still there. You don't have to worry about that. It's not that wiping it away forever, but it's completely breaking the connection and making the Chromebook restart afresh. So if you had pages open, things like that, they're not going to come right back. You're going to have to pretty much start over, but your data is not gone because it's all stored anyway. It will make the computer forget what might have been causing it to stumble and not connect to whatever it was you were trying to do when you were having difficulty getting your Chromebook working. So that's what the hard reset does. And that is, again, we find that to be a really useful way of getting your Chromebook to do what you need it to do without your having to go to your teacher. Your teacher is probably going to tell you to leave class and come to the LMC. We're going to, hopefully we'll be able to help, but still you're missing class time the entire time when this is a quick solution that will probably work for you most of the time. Okay, if you've tried all of those, if you've, closed down your tabs, if you try to restart, if you cleared all your browsing data, if you tried a hard reset and the Chromebook is still not working, or if you're just getting blank screen, nothing's happening, come see us. Visit the LMC. We're happy to help you. You may also need to see Mr. Dillo, who is our ITSS. He's our Internet and Technology Specialist. He's in 1509 if we're unavailable for some reason. Those are going to be your resources. If everything that I've shown you today does not work for you, we can help. Come see us. Now, okay, so there are a few things I need to make sure that you remember before I let you go. So I have a quick little 6-question booklet that I need you to do to cement your learning so that you understand what to do if you want to change your Chromebook or if your Chromebook has an issue and you need to know how to fix it quickly. So scan the QR code or type in or click on that link below. This will get you free of this assignment, but your teachers are expecting that you will have completed this, and so am I. Once again, welcome to Seneca Valley. I look forward to seeing you in the Library Media Center, to watching you grow up and mature, and we are so happy that you're here.